All right, so we're working on the review here. We're going to start off with number 1. Okay. So number 1 says that O lies between C and W. So I'm just going to draw it. Remember that the drawing is just a visualization, right? It's not for accuracy. Okay. So here's C, here's W, and O lies somewhere between. It doesn't say in the midpoint or any of that stuff, right? It just says between. If CO, that's from here to here, is 4x minus 5, and CW, the whole entire line segment, is 36, and OW, so from here to here, is x plus 1, find the lengths of CO, OW, and CW. Well, the great thing is CW is already given to you. That's 36. So I'm not very sure why that was part of the question. Okay, so anyway, let's use that. So we can use our segment addition postulate, right? Is the whole segment given to us? Do I have something that represents that whole segment? Yes, right? That's 36. So I'm going to write the segment addition postulate here. I'm going to say that CW plus is equal to CO plus OW. That's the segment addition postulate, right? I'm adding the two smaller segments that equals the whole segment. I have items that represent that picture, that represent these expressions. So I'm going to go ahead and substitute. 36 is equal to 4x minus 5 plus x plus 1. Okay? From here, it's just your algebra. Combine your like terms for x and x. That gives me 5x. The minus 5 and plus 1 gives me minus 4. So that's going to be 5x minus 4 once I combine my like terms. Divide by equals 36. From here on, all you have to do is solve for x. Add 4, you get 40. Divide by 5, and you get x equals 8. Okay? The other stuff's algebra, right? I just want you to know the geometry because this is geometry class. Okay? So now that we know x is 8, we can go back and plug that in so that we can find CO and OW. So x is 8, 4 times 8 minus 5, that's 32 minus 5. That gives me 27. So we know that CO is 27, which means OW should be 9. Now, how did I get 9? Well, easiest way, 36 minus 27 equals 9, right? Or plug it in, 8 plus 1, and that gives me 9. Okay, again, this picture is not drawn to scale. It's drawn for visualization. Okay, so be very careful with that. All right, next thing we're going to talk about is number 2. Okay, number 2 says N is the midpoint of PT. So let's be careful with this one, right? And U is the midpoint of NT. Okay, so let's draw this visualization. Let's be careful. Okay, Zorve, do you have a question?
Yes, sir. So the 36 equals 5x minus 4.
Mm-hmm.
Then you just put 8x. I don't know how you got that.
You solve for x.
Yeah.
Solve for x. Add 4, divide by 5. Okay. So N is the midpoint of PT. Okay. We good? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, Nesra. You got to draw the congruency marks. Right? Now it's okay. Now we're saying that N is the midpoint of PT. Right? And then it says U is the midpoint of NT. So guess what? That means U is in the middle of PT. That's literally what the midpoint means. So there's U. That means that this part of the line segment is congruent to this part of the line segment. Yes?
Right.
Okay. If UT, that's this part right here, this small section, is equal to 1/2 x plus 6, and PN, or sorry, PT, that's the whole entire thing, is 6x minus 20, solve for PN. So this question is asking for, what is this question asking for? PN. So it's asking for this length right here. So the great thing about this, some of you are worried you have fractions, but it's okay. I've shown you how to get rid of fractions, right? Okay? So, UT is equal to 1/2 of NT. Yes?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. And NT is equal to 1/2 of PT. Is that okay? Is everyone all right with that? So, what we have is 1/2 of 1/2. A fourth. Good. So, UT is 1/4 of the whole entire segment. Okay? So, if UT's 1/4 of the whole entire segment, how can I get the whole segment using just UT? There you go. Multiply by 4. Fabulous. So if I take 4 and I multiply UT times that, that should give me the whole entire segment PT. Does everyone understand that process? Okay. Because UT is 1/4 of the whole thing. Okay. So now that we know that, now we can start to put the expressions in. 4 times, right? 4 times 1/2 x plus 6 equals 6x minus 20. Right? Distribute the 4. Fantastic. Well, that's why you don't.